Solidarity.
I was employee number 2. First, actually, we didn't have an office for the first week. We started working at the guest house where the expats used to live.
The first day of operating of the office is the first day of receiving of the furniture.
I worked for 3 months as a daily.
When we first started, the entire staff, we were all fresh college graduates, and no one really knew a thing about the humanitarian world and what was happening, even in our own country.
We had nothing to start with. We started to prepare all documents needed, the approach that we use in our interventions. For me, it was the first experience starting the mission from zero, so it was a big challenge.
First payroll I did, I guess, was around 7 or 8 employees. And now I got promoted to base administrator and I'm responsible for 100 employees.
The first things I remember, it was a fight with the community of the building. They understand that we are helping the Syrian refugee. And they was thinking all the Syrian refugee will come to this building. So we told them about the story and so they understand. But at the same time, they was not agreed to stay in the residential building.
At first, when I came here, I was part of the distribution team, so I had to distribute shelter kits. It was pretty difficult because I was alone, and it was kind of challenging for me. I had to go and there's a lot of informal settlements, a lot of collective shelter to assist. So there was just one girl who had to go and assess everything.
We had 3 cars, and each car had a driver, and the cars were packed with outreach members.
We went every day from 8:30 till 5 o'clock on the field. In the beginning it was not easy because there is some villages you don't know the tiny roads in it and like this, but by the time I think that I know everything in the area.
Initially, the biggest challenge was to find these people, and we knew, according to UNHCR, that there were refugees in a village called Minya. So we would go to Minya, and we were virtually just looking out of our windows, and whenever we'd find an unfinished building, we'd look for signs of people living in there, a line of clothes, or maybe some garbage near the house, and we would just ask the driver to pull over. We'd go in and just knock, and more often than not, we'd find refugees.
It was a bit difficult at the beginning because we were all going around in the construction team to identify people and sites. We didn't have a network of focal points, which was a bit challenging. We didn't know the population, and it was hard to make them trust us at the beginning, so we had to focus a lot on the communication and to explain what we were doing and get them to trust us.
Eventually, we would hand out our personal phone numbers, and we would ask refugees to have their neighbors and friends and relatives to call us whenever they moved to Lebanon. So I was receiving every day around 100 phone calls, and it was going 24 hours a day. Eventually, we had a hotline.
We were the first NGO starting with the Cinq lettering. After months and months, we started to be the wash, the main actor in the area. You feel proud when you see your things applied by others.
It's bigger than before. We have more types of kids, so now we know how to deal with the situation. We are more reactive to it. We're much faster. We're always ready and prepared for what's coming.
We adapted our approach to since both quality part and community needs some participation in the project itself.
Now we are 22 drivers.
If I want to compare the stage of work in the beginning of the project up to now, we're still doing almost the same activity, but you have more quantity of support.
Your responsibilities grow, and still there's a lot more to learn.
I'd say the majority of the refugees here, they've received their newcomer kit, they've received their wash intervention. For me, it's the phasing out phase. Teach the communities and the refugees how to take care of themselves. So if Solidarité has to leave one day, they're not in for a surprise and they don't suffer from any sort of shock.
We're also trying to implement livelihoods activities.
We've been hearing some pretty good feedbacks from the communities.
The success is that we could achieve the results we were aiming to, which is to make things move in the right way.
I have now another family in Solidarité.
I'm proud to be the first person, and up till now I'm still working with Solidarity. It was nice to build something from the beginning and to understand a project from the beginning.
I'm very proud to be working here because it started like two and a half years ago, and we've accomplished a lot of things and we've assisted a lot of refugees and we're working very hard.
In general, it was a very positive, and it still is a very positive experience with SI.
And it's been quite the experience to see Solidarité grow in Lebanon.